Hello everybody, it's Lilia here. Thank you very much for dropping by my channel. In this little video I'm going to share with you a very quick yet a very effective tip on how to sound natural in your exam speaking part where you have to interact with a partner. You could be doing either FCE or CAE or CPE, whichever exam where you have to interact with another person or the other person in case there are only two of you in order to get a high grade in collaboration. Okay, so this is what usually happens in a collaborative part of the exam. There are usually two people in the examination room and they have to talk to each other, describing pictures or comparing and contrasting the two of the pictures. The interlocutor, that's the examiner who's talking to you, will ask you to cover. And what usually happens is one person talking and the other person in their head trying to remember all the beautiful phrases they had learned before the exam so that they can produce them in the exam, so that their English shines, and they don't particularly listen to the first person who's actually doing their talking bit during the exam. That's the first and foremost reason why many people end up sounding really unnatural in their test. Very often we have to engage other people in a conversation, and we do so by asking them, okay, so what do you think? What do you think? And the other person would just go, I agree, and carry on with their own message. That doesn't come out as very natural. Obviously, you can do it. You can do whatever you can, depending on your level of English, depending on your confidence when it comes to your linguistic skills. But it's really important to engage your partner into a real conversation, because this part of the speaking test is all about getting natural and talking to your partner in a way you would normally do in your real life. So here's one thing you can do. Think of all the lovely phrases to support your partner, to show your interest in what your partner is saying while they're talking. So instead of just being silent throughout the whole amount of time your partner is doing their part, right? They're describing a picture. You could interact with your partner a little bit and say things such as, oh really? Oh wow, no way, absolutely, I can't believe it. Okay, well, it depends on the level of emphasis you want to put in your message, but it comes out as very, very natural thing to do. And obviously in English, we do that a lot when we're listening to other people. So we do want to nod a little bit. I know it may be very difficult to do under the exam circumstances where you have to think very carefully about what you're going to say, but the higher you get, the more natural it should come out. The second thing you can do is to ask your partner meaningful questions. So instead of going super duper contrived and asking questions such as, so what do you think? Or do you agree? Well, the partner may say, yes, I agree. But from the examiner's perspective, it's really obvious when the partner is not listening to you. It's very important to ask an extended question such as, so do you think this picture really has much in common with this picture? Or anything like that. So play around with the language a little bit, ask specific questions that are a little bit more extended. But obviously, before the test, it's great to have a short meeting with a partner or just chat to your partner for a couple of minutes to work out the strategies that you're going to follow during your collaborating part. And here's one thing you can do before the test in order to prepare for your speaking experience. You could listen to people naturally interacting in natural surroundings. Why don't you listen to a number of interviews in English? Down in the info bar below, I'm going to share my 3 favourite resources of interviews of real, authentic English communicating between themselves, which you can listen to and get your inspiration from when preparing for your speaking test. So here's number 1, The Listening Project. It's a BBC podcast in which people share their opinions on things, old school friends meet, everything like that. It's really heartwarming and it's a great experience to be listening to that project, because it does, sometimes it makes me go teary-eyed. I just feel it's so great. I love it. Number two, you can also listen to celebrity interviews. If you have a celebrity that you like, or a role model that you really like, or a scientist, or someone being interviewed on stage, you can go over to YouTube, which is a great source of interviews, obviously, and you can listen to your favorite celebrity being interviewed. It might result in a beautiful experience, and listen to both the ways in which the celebrity deals with the questions and the ways the presenter talks to the celebrity and supports the celebrity by giving them the feedback in the ways that I told you earlier in this video, saying things such as, "I really, oh no way," or just throwing in some little funny remarks on what the celebrity has just said. So it's really, really cool and natural. I've also got a couple of favourite TV shows that show people interacting, debating over issues, and one of them being This Morning. This Morning is a British TV programme which happens every morning, and it's so great because they interview real people, and very often people have to debate over issues because they invite people with contrasting views to the studio. It's really interesting, and you can also listen to people engaged in a natural conversation, listening to each other and debating in a natural way. So as you have reached a very high level of English, try to start working and listening to another person, understanding their ideas and responding to them in an adequate way, and that will definitely help you in your exam situation. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the tip that I shared with you today. In the comments, make sure you tell me which interview resources you enjoy most. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a massive thumbs up if you want to hear more from me. Thank you very much. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.